This is Votebuilder, the new smart van voter activation network. This is the main menu that you will see as soon as you log in. It'll look just like this. Essentially, Votebuilder is a giant database that works off of pulling data in and out of individual profiles. The most basic feature of Votebuilder is using the quick lookup tool right here at the top. So if you want to go into quick lookup, go ahead and click. You can search for anybody you want. Lots of Jane Does. Find the one that you want. And then you can see their particular account. When you first log in, it'll be set with these items closed. You can make this screen look however you want it to look, and you can save that. So you essentially open up these different panels by clicking the plus sign, and you can see all of this different information about folks. How we know they like to be addressed, what their contact history is, what their address is, any information we have on them, phone, email, all that kind of good stuff. We've got all of the activist codes and all of the survey responses left over from the campaign. These are things that get added to people's accounts. A survey response is something that they tell us when we call them up on the phone. An activist code is something that we code them on, usually based on their action on BarackObama.com or possibly their response or reply to an email. We can also see them in upcoming and past events. So this person is scheduled for a chapter leads call. So let's say I don't like this particular layout in Quick Lookup. It doesn't matter whose profile I'm in. I can rearrange this at any time. And if I do it within Jane Doe's profile, every time I come back to anyone's profile, it will look this particular way, but only if I save that page layout. I can leave things open or closed depending on how I want to do it, and I can rearrange anything that has these four little lines on the right hand side. And you notice when I bring my mouse over there, it turns my mouse into a hand. You can then rearrange this to look how you want. So let's say I want contact history at the top. I think that's really important. I also want their phone number at the top. I don't want that open. Don't want that open. Don't want that. I do want their email. I definitely want their upcoming events. And I want their past events. And then I want to see their survey questions. And the rest of them I don't use super often. So I'm just going to leave those down below. I would then save my page layout. And then no matter who I go into, I can see all of that information about them. So my Jane Doe is the second one down, but let's say I go into this Jane Doe, and look, it's the same layout. So let's say I learned some additional information about my Jane Doe. That's not my Jane Doe. That's my Jane Doe. For instance, I now have her phone number. I used to only contact her one way, and now I have her phone number. I can then go ahead and say what type of phone, and I just enter it right in. Now notice, I'm going to select the type, and save new. You can then also update any of the information with that same feature. Now note, when you put in an address, it is going to verify that address by postal code, so you will only be able to put in a real address. That's important. So after you create a number, it also even tells you the source of that phone number, whether that came from our database, whether you added it yourself, DNC, could have been a bulk upload, or other methods. And then you want to go ahead and hit save. Say OK. Let's say you know that Jane Doe and you look and you see that somebody accidentally made a bunch of them, which this clearly actually happened. You can go ahead and click Merge Duplicates. It automatically searches for someone with the same number and information, and you can pick any of the other ones. The one that you know is the duplicate, and you can merge those records together, just like that. And yes, the merge is irreversible. And then they are merged. A quick thing to note about Quick Lookup is you're searching one side of the database within Quick Lookup. So you'll notice that when you log in, Van defaults to the My Campaign side. My Campaign and then the My Voter side. They're literally two different databases and two different colors. The My Voter side is quite literally the Secretary of State voter registration rules. So anyone that is registered to vote will be on the My Voter side. And then the My Campaign side is anyone that volunteers or volunteered with us in the past or indicated their support for the president in some way, shape, or form. So the whole idea of the campaign was to bring people from the My Voter side to the My Campaign side, especially in those battleground states. We'll be doing some of that, but primarily what we'll be doing right now is working in the My Campaign side. And from within someone's individual profile, you can access different parts of the van. That's our Jane Doe. All Jane Doe's email addresses. And if I actually click on different pieces of information, for instance, I click on the event that the chapter leads call, it's showing me how I got there. Main menu, quick lookup, Jane Doe, chapter leads call. But then this is actually the list for the chapter leads. It's actually the event of the chapter leads call, and I just navigated to it via her profile. And that is quick lookup and profiles.